two, three things that happen to children who are left in the care of other people aside from their core caregivers. And the core caregiver to a child is its mother. This is the person with who they connect most. The core caregiver is this person who the child connects with at conception. There is nobody who is more core than the mother to a child. And that is why we look forward to beautiful, amazing, healthy mothers. When a mother is healthy, children will definitely be healthy. When a mother is healthy, the society will definitely be healthy. So, if there is a challenge with the society, then there is a challenge with motherhood. There is a challenge with mothering. And mothers are a product of their mothers. So, we will not blame mothers. We will continue looking at these cycles. Where are they coming from? For how long have we had these different cycles? Growing up, myself, my mom was a high school student when she brought me into this world. And immediately after I was born, I'm told after 3 weeks, I was left in the care of my grandmother. And I stayed with my grandmother from 0, or all I can remember, I've been my grandmother's child. And my mom came into my life as a mother. I knew her as this beautiful lady who used to come home. I won't say what I used to call her, and she used to bring me nice dresses, she used to buy me nice things. I didn't connect to her as my mom because my mom was my grandmother. But when I was in class, I think 3, I'm a very talkative child. I have always been talkative. My mom started getting into my life, or I started noticing her. What happens with children is if you're absent, you're absent. If you're present, you're present. If you come occasionally, you come occasionally. Children don't really understand. So I think from around class 4, that's when she started becoming a real, as in I started now connecting to her as my mom. When she would buy books and they would be brought, and I knew she had bought books for me. And I had everything. By the way, in my childhood, I had everything. Christmas clothes, I have never walked barefoot. Like no shoes, I always had shoes, more than 2 pairs. I had beautiful things, as I'm Kikuyu basics, basic beautiful dresses, as in men used to wear nice dresses, trousers, nice things. I have never slept on a bed without bed sheets. I have never wiped myself after showering with anything but a towel. So I had an amazing childhood as far as provision was concerned. But my mother was not there. My core caregiver was not there. She was working. She was in Nairobi, or she was somewhere working from Nairobi to different places, but I think I know mostly about her being in Nairobi. And when my mom came into my life, I remember her mainly as a disciplinarian. She beat me a lot, and 90% of the beatings I received were not true. So, one thing about a child who is mainly raised by a person who is not their core caregiver, they tend to suffer mistakes. They tend to be punished for mistakes they have not done. And I have seen this even with other children, not just me, even with my friends whose children are being raised either by their mothers or someone. When they come home, the mothers are very particular. When they come maybe to visit their mothers, the mothers are very keen on mistakes. Mimi sitaki kuwa na tabia mbaya kama watoto wa shosho. So these children tend to be punished even when they have done nothing wrong. Even when they're just being children, they are punished. And what that does to these children, they stop wanting to become anything. Their desire to be children, their desire to explore goes away. That one is killed. So we kill their childhood because we want them to be a perfect children. We do not want people to complain about them. So that is one thing I lost. My ability to explore, my ability to I am a very happy-go-lucky go-getter, but I lost it. I even lost my sense of expression. I know people think I'm very expressional. I can express myself however, wherever. But I have realized I apologize a lot for what I say. Because I have been beaten for things I said. Things I said that were normal. Things I said that any child would have said. When I look back, I realize I said things that children should say. But I was punished for saying. I was punished for embarrassing my mother. So I grew up a very, very scared child because I didn't want to make mistakes too that were going to irritate my mom. That is 1. 2. These children tend to lose connection. They do not connect to their mothers. They do not connect to anybody. They do not know how to connect. And that is Rosemary. Rosemary, you're nice to her. She wonders why you're being nice to her. Because 1, I cannot trust. Another thing, I don't know how to connect. I don't even know. I don't know how to give my whole heart. And because when I try to give my whole heart, I've been blocked. It has been broken. I have been left. And that is something I have experienced through and through my life. Another thing that children of these children who are left, they learn growing, they grow thinking they are burden, they are not wanted, they are the problem. Why? In Kikuyu we say, "Gwashea mwanawele niwe horagie mwaki." The sweet potato of another person's child is the one that puts off the fire. What does that mean? It's like, this other child who is not my child is the problem. And we've heard this so many times. Oh, huyu ndiye anaharibu watoto. This child is blamed for mistakes they have not done. Another thing I have said, they feel like they're not wanted. And it goes on and goes on and goes on in life. Even as adults, these children sometimes are stuck at very young ages. And they do not know how to grow. They do not think they can be accepted by anybody. Children may tend to be very serious abusers. Very serious. Serious abusers. Because especially if they are men, if they are boys, they will say, "My mother never wanted me. Even you don't want me. You will be with me here by force." So they will provide, but they will make sure you feel very useless. Because they felt that as the children. That's the only language they know. For women, we become sometimes codependent. We are so good. We are such nice women. But we are protecting ourselves. We are protecting our children. We want to stay with our children. So, man, whatever you do to me, nitavumilia. So those are things that happen because of that being abandoned as a child. The other thing, and I will say it's a being abandoned. Don't tell me you're looking for money. If you're going to look for money and quit parenting, it's a problem. Higher. The other thing that happens with these children who are left is that many of them don't know who they are. They never discover themselves. They completely do not discover themselves. They stay there in a place where they do not know who they are. They complain, they curse, they cry, but they stay. They just stay, accepting the status quo. Most of these children, they start living and they die. They are the ones you say they were born, they went to school, they got married, they gave birth to children, they raised them, they died. Nothing much may be said about these people. So it's very important for parents, please parents, let's take time and raise our children. Let us do it. I'm already a hurting mother. I've also played a role in that because my son went to boarding. That is not something I really wanted to do, but I had no choice. I was sent to a school very far from development. I couldn't make my son miss an education, so I took him to boarding, which I'm still very guilty. Sometimes I keep asking myself, is the job worth it really? That I don't even have my family, I don't have what is called. And then, by the way, these people don't know how to express themselves. What do I mean by expressing? When they feel like you have hurt them, they do not know how to say you're hurting me. When they feel like you're doing something wrong to them, they do not know how to tell you whatever you are doing is wrong to me. They do not know that. And most of them do not know love. Love is such a strange thing for them. And those that find it, I really appreciate people that find love. Because love is a very important emotion. We do not know it. Mimi kama mimi, I say it in bold. I do not know what it is to be loved. But I'm trying to love my son as Christ loved the church, maybe. I'm trying. And I know my son knows that I love him. But sometimes I wonder, do I smother him with a lot of love? Because I don't know what it means to be loved. The action of love, being loved, I do not know what it is. I only know, do. Be this, I be this. Be good, I treat you well. If you're not good, I will not treat you well. If you do not pass exams, you do not deserve anything. I do not know how to ask for my needs. This is because I was never given that opportunity. So children need to be raised. Parents need to be there. I know this is not going to be very nice. I know this is going to rub many the wrong way. I know this one, I'm being unreasonable. I know there are no jobs in Kenya. I know Kenya is a difficult country. But guess what, mothers? Please, let's take time to raise our children. Because we do not want to keep cursing them. Instead of waiting to curse them, instead of waiting to cry night and day to pray that God may make your children love you, teach them how to love you today. And by love, by the way, let me tell you, you cannot love from a distance with your children. You have to love them when you're there. You have to model the behavior you want when you're there. You have to take their phone. This is my son's phone. I am taking it. I am just making sure I'm frustrating him when I'm there. Should he do something I do not like, in this his phone, I will be able to see. I'm not going to sit down and imagine that my son is an angel and my mother is raising him badly. I will not imagine that my little boy is the devil, because that is what has been sent to me. I am going to be here to raise him. Let me tell you people, if it were up to me, if I did not need to pay my bills, I would quit my teaching job and be there as a mother. Let me tell you, if as a parent you live with your children that way, unawacha watoto huko, you will be complaining later that huyu mtoto hakupendi. If you look at the Western world, they have homes for the aged. And you wonder what that is all about. It's because the Western world concentrated so much in career and growth financially that they neglected the place of family. Let me tell you, and I say this to people, I am the women who will quit a day job for family. Let me tell you, if I were married, I wouldn't work. Rather, I wouldn't be in employment. I would work from home. Because I know the core place or the core space occupied by the mother. Tutatafuta pesa, but we may lose these children. Tutawapatia the best, but we may not be there to know who they really are. And that hurts. I wish you the very, very best. Let's take time to raise our children. Let's be there for them. Let's be present parents. Let us not replace our presence with presence. Let us give our children more of our presence, because they will not remember the presence. They will remember the presence. Have a lovely time and God bless you.